it's just not fair nowadays, man. It's not. It's not no even playing field. It's just not fair. Like I see these women nowadays, bro. Like man, and I know it's always the super, you know, secure macho dudes. It's like, yeah, man, that don't phase me, man. That don't phase me. I don't even look at beautiful women when they walk by. I don't look at no ass or nothing, man. You know, y'all little soy boys are weak, getting all excited over some pretty big booty, you know, uh, perfectly designed and crafted, shaped, curvy girls, man. Y'all tripping, man. I don't even pay attention to that bullshit, man. You know, I just stay inside and read books all day. It's always one of you motherfuckers, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I get it. I've had my moments where I was on that kind of stuff. Um, you know, I was real locked in. I was zoned in. I was focused, and I'm just trying to work on my craft or whatever it is. And I'm reading books. I'm reading a book right now. Matter of fact, man. But whenever I leave the house, man, whenever I go out and about, man, it's just like I really gotta really be zoned in and monitor my thoughts, cause it just be so many fucking beautiful women, man. Like I just don't. It's just not fair. And when I say it's not fair, I'm talking about because I'm gonna just speak on this from a biblical and a religious, spiritual standpoint, right? More so religious. You know, religion is just tradition for real, for real. But we're gonna go off for like some Bible type stuff. Back then, you know, um, the kings back then, especially in the Old Testament, they had a lot of them players, man. These like biblical pimps. These motherfuckers were biblical pimps, man. These motherfuckers had like servants and all these women serenading them, one rubbing their feet, one giving them a shoulder massage and all kind of stuff, man. Doing all kind of stuff for them throughout the palace. And these kings were balling back then, man. Multiple wives and had all kind of children and stuff, you know. And it's just like, and then the New Testament came along, and with Jesus, and and all it became more focused on, the sins not to commit and all that. Like, of course, you look at a woman the wrong way, that's adultery in your heart. And it's just like, man, if you look at it from a religious standpoint, you'll feel guilty. You'll kind of feel condemned. Like, man, I might go to hell. You feel more bad about having lustful thoughts. You feel more bad about having um these sexual fantasies going on in your head. Like you feel like, damn, man, it will literally like religion will condition you to feel like something wrong with that. Like something is wrong with you as a man with a dick and ball between your legs and testosterone raging through the roof. It will make you feel like, oh yeah, man, looking at beautiful, big, shaped ass woman, that's something's wrong with you, man. You need to get your head in the game, man. Tighten up your act, buddy. Like it will make you feel like something is wrong with you, and it's nothing wrong with it. But I see like it's supposed to help you not get out of control. Like I'm not I'm not bashing it or nothing. um, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I felt condemned. I felt bad. I felt so guilty, man. Especially in high school. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? I used to have dreams and stuff. Man, I had a scary ass dream. And after I graduated, I mean, I'll never forget. I had just got back from Las Vegas. I won a competition for something, won a free trip to Las Vegas, had a good time, boom, boom, boom. Came back. I'm talking about the very first night I came back. I'm talking about I woke up, I had a scary dream. I was going through a porno site, and it was a voice talking to me. It was a deep, demanding voice just talking to me, narrating the whole dream. And I'm through this, in this dream, it's like it was POV. Like I was clicking through the sites. It showed me like actually going through the sites. It didn't show my hands clicking on a keyboard or anything, but it showed me like zooming through the sites, like first person point of view. And I'm clicking on these different erotic sites and stuff. And then all of a sudden I was sucked in. I was sucked in. I woke up and it was a voice saying, or if you go to these sites, you will experience hell. Like when it said hell, that voice got so demanding. It was fierce, thundering. Hell. They said, if you experience this, it said if you go to these sites, you will experience hell. And I just woke up and I was like, I was spooked out because it was weird. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but of course, with me being spiritual, I wasn't stupid. I felt like it was God, like God telling me like, I had a lust problem, and I did. I ain't gonna lie. um, Always, especially 8th grade, and I started watching porn and stuff like that. And and I felt like I was late back then. I remember kids like low key teasing me, like asking me did I watch porn at the time. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade. I was like, nah, I don't even watch that. It was like, oh, you don't watch? It was like, you don't watch porn? You don't jerk your dick? Like it was just so wrong. Come on, do it right now. Do it. We're gonna teach you. And they didn't do all that, but that's the vibe that they gave. Like it was like, you don't do this. You don't watch porn. You don't watch pussy. But the word back then was coochie. I don't remember hearing the word pussy back then. I remember like the word coochie back then. But yeah, like I started late. Man. But man, I regret ever watching porn. I regret ever even clicking on the site. And I'll never forget how I did it. I went on Bing. Who remember Bing? You got Bing, Google, Yahoo. I went on Bing.com and I typed in coochie. I typed in coochie. And I'm not monetized by YouTube. They demonetized my channel. Fuck them anyway. I don't care. I say whatever the fuck I want to say. And but yeah, I typed in coochie on Bing Images. I eased my way into it. I clicked on the picture, and then I just, I'm just sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. The first time, like that feeling you get. And some of y'all remember y'all first time. Y'all got that feeling. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That horniness. Like you don't know what the fuck going on, but you feel good and you in a trance. That's how I was. I'm just like on the computer like, I'm going to turn it sideways and see how I probably look. Like I was in a trance looking at that shit. Man, I imagine how I look from a third person point of view, but man, I'm talking about, man, I'm just staring at the image, and then I clicked over the videos because you got the different tabs. You got the web, images, then you got the videos tab, and so on. I clicked on the videos tab, and that's when shit just, the heat on the stove went up, man. That motherfucker turned on my ass, man. It was up from there. Up and stuck. But yeah, man. So that's how I started watching porn. I literally started in 8th grade. And that, even back then, that was late. I remember it was considered late amongst my peers. But but even then, I was even, jerking off. You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of explicit, but I'm gonna tell her how it is. I wasn't even like touching myself. I was just watching it for entertainment because I just liked the feeling that it gave me. And I used to have to sneak and watch this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't even really do all that in the beginning. But I just be on that little computer looking at the shit. I'm just getting this feeling, man. I felt like I had to pee. I ain't know what the fuck was going on. I just knew it like felt funny down there. I felt like I had to pee, man. But first time I actually did it. I'm talking about high school, bro. I started late, like probably the next year in 9th grade. That's when I, actually did it for real. Might have been 10th grade. Yeah, I remember, man, like the room felt like it was spinning. Felt like a movie, like it was slow motion and shit. Like a motherfucker got high or something, but it was the feeling, man, like having an orgasm, busting a nut. But anyways, I just like, this video talking about lust and all the topics related to it. But yeah, man, just being honest. But yeah, man, I just watching porn and stuff. So, anyways, years later, man, I just found myself fantasizing a lot, man. Like looking at women, and it's just these women nowadays, going back to it's not fair. These women nowadays are just so beautiful, man. They've always been beautiful, man, but nowadays it's just something else. You got the natural beauty, the raw beauty. Then you just got that enhanced beauty. Even though people talk shit about it, like, oh, the enhancements they get, the BBLs and all the lip injections and all this and that. I mean, it should be looking good half the time, man. Of course, you got the ones that look funny, like, damn, like, okay, yeah, you need a refund on that. But you be got the ones, I'm talking about the BBL sit just right. I mean, it sit right in them jeans, them leggings, some stockings. I mean, these women know how to look sexy, man. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, like the shit ain't sexy. No, I can acknowledge beauty. I feel like I have a pretty good eye, and I see the potential in anything, you know. Um, do I feel like I'm weak-minded sometimes? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do feel like I be weak-minded. Sometimes I do have to get control of my thoughts or whatever, and hone down. Like, all right, man, you know, it's not that serious, man. But when I see a beautiful woman, man, see something like that look good, I just be thinking to myself like, damn, bro, like, fuck. That'd be my intrusive thoughts. Like, damn, I really want to say something. But a lot of times I gotta hold back. Especially now today in society, you know. Of course, you know, people bring up the Me Too movement and all that. You gotta be careful how you approach women now. And not saying I would approach her in a vulgar and aggressive manner. You know, just try to spark a conversation or whatever. But in the back of your mind, you know, you do got sex on your mind. You do want to tap that. And that's just the way it works. Like, an interaction between a man and a woman, that's the end goal. Let's be honest. We're not going to sit here and not like, we start a conversation so we can go chill and make gingerbread houses later on. Hell nah, man. You trying to like clap some cheeks, man. Let's be honest. And women know this. And women got sex on their mind. So we're not going to act like, oh, it's only the man he's the dog and he's the promiscuous devil and all he wants is your punani. Nah, man. Women half the time, like, women probably be a little more promiscuous than men. I mean, it's in woman nature to be promiscuous. Why do you think they do twerk videos and twerk and all these little corny ass TikTok dances all day and stuff, showing their ass, showing they bubble butt jumping, recoiling the hell out them motherfucking jeans, man. Like, let's be honest, man. We're not gonna play stupid, man. Women know what it is. They know what turns a man on. They know what get a nigga dick hard. Like, I'm gonna call it how it is. I ain't even gonna beat around the bush in this video. So I'm just saying, like, women nowadays, bro. Back then, yeah, it was a lot of sexiness going on back then, but nowadays, with more knowledge of things and more gadgets and all this shit, like, women done turned it up, man. Like, men gotta really be strong nowadays. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not fair, but men gotta be more strong nowadays to withstand the temptation, the lustful, intrusive thoughts that come to your mind, bro. Like, you know. But I just have the inclination. I just feel like women don't want to be bothered with for the most part anyway. So when I'm out and about, I don't really be tripping for real. In real time, I just, you know, I acknowledge it, like, damn, but then I just keep pushing. I don't approach everything that look good or whatever. Because in reality, she's a human being. You know what I'm saying? She probably married, or she probably got something going on with her life. And if women ain't approaching you or whatever, it's best not to even entertain her half the time. Nowadays, this ain't the 90s and 2000s and stuff. You know, you can shoot your shot whenever you felt like it. Nowadays, you gotta hold back and beware, because you never know what you're stepping into. You know, so that's what that you gotta understand the social dynamics nowadays with interacting with each other. But you know, it's just, man, I don't blame dudes who feel like they struggling, man, with their sexual thought. A lot of guys feel bad. A lot of guys are really suffering in silence. Like, they feel like, man. And then a lot of them grew up in the religion. They grew up in Christianity. So they feel like they're going to hell. They can't stop their porn addiction. You know, they feel like if they have too many thoughts of women, they're committing sin and they're going to be punished for it and stuff like that. Now, I will say, because I have different beliefs now, different thoughts, man. You know, I don't feel as bad about watching porn as I used to. Like, and I'm not saying I watch it all the time, but every now and then, you know, watch a little whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't nothing on no crazy shit. But look, human beings, look, you gotta have your release, man. You gotta have your release. And but you do need to have some kind of discipline, some kind of control of yourself. You don't want to be out here reckless, just crashing out. Like I'm saying, a lot of motherfuckers let their intrusive thoughts win. Like a lot of motherfuckers, um, they do some crazy shit, man. Y'all seen that story up in Baltimore with a dude, he looked like an NFL tight end. Was in the stores ejaculating on women's legs, man. Just busting nuts. You know what I'm saying? Just spraying bullets on motherfuckers. And the woman recorded him running out the store. Him, he ejaculated on my leg. Oh. The dude running, all you see is his back. He running through the parking lot, getting away like motherfuckers. And that's the thing too with porn, I ain't gonna lie. I've spoken this briefly before. Porn, it will fuck up your psyche. It will fuck up your head. That's why porn is really not too good to be addicted to or get too caught up in, unless you really know how to control yourself. Kind of like with, people who smoke weed and drugs. If you know how to do it moderately, all right, you know what I'm saying? But when you let the addiction take control of you, it comes with like some very detrimental, toxic habits, man. And some demons. Like porn, it could literally make you try to act out stuff that you see on porn because you getting it misconstrued. You forgetting that this is really scripted. A lot of this stuff be scripted or planned out. Or it might have worked in favor of that person that you're watching on that video. That don't mean that you can go out and try to act that shit out. In real life, man, that shit ain't gonna fly. Yeah, because I done seen stuff, porn, the dudes walking in the store doing shit on women. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I done seen videos like that. But in real life, you can't be doing that, man. That's somebody's mama you trying to ejaculate on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna talk about it all, because some guys need to hear this. Some guys getting ideas and stuff like, nah, man, like, that shit ain't gonna fly. A lot of that stuff just be for content. People making money. Nowadays, it's a social media world. People get monetized in different platforms. People getting together and coming up with things to make content, man. They gonna get views and stuff. And you forgetting that this is content. So you going out there trying to do that shit unscripted, like, nah, man. You're gonna find yourself behind bars doing some shit like that. But it's just, man, a lot of guys are struggling with lust, man. A lot of guys are struggling. And like I said, this ain't one-sided. Women deal with the shit too. Women are very promiscuous. A lot of women tease guys, man. They know what guys like. A lot of women, they'll tease you, man. And I would think it'd be spiritual stuff behind that. You can look at it from a spiritual standpoint behind that. Certain deities using a woman to try to lure you in. Because a lot of men's downfall has been sexual sin. Stuff behind, sexual transgressions. You could use a Bible, for example. You could use real life examples. That didn't happen in recent time. A lot of guys, and even some, a lot of things that might have held you back in life probably was dealing with lust. Dealing with chasing women or trying to get some pussy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I done did a little dumb stuff just to get some pussy before. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like I'm perfect. Like, nigga, I done drove about 2 hours just to get some pussy like before, man. That's just a show to a certain extent what a motherfucker would do just to get some ass. Like, nigga, I done called out of work to get some ass. Like, skipped out on getting money just to get some pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you gotta be careful, man. Like, you just, and then now you got all these diseases out there and stuff like that. Like, it's just like this, the statistics is just overwhelming, man, when you really research on the shit. But people go out every Friday night to go to the clubs, go partying, and the intention, the end goal, a lot of times, is to hook up. They get with somebody that you find attractive, and all this is just attraction based. It's all lust. Ain't nobody falling in love for real no more. This ain't, like I said, this ain't the 90s no more and all that. I mean, this has always been going on, but now it's just the hookup culture. Everything's about hooking up. You got drugs involved, people not in their right mind. You just kissing random people in the club. A lot of herpes and stuff being passed around and stuff. So it's just so many consequences that can go along with this kind of stuff. With this hookup and sex culture, man. When people having babies and stuff, and there's a lot of abortions going on, man. A lot of abortions going on nowadays, man. But yeah, it ain't one-sided, man. It ain't just men, because a lot of women like to talk shit. Oh, act like men are just these dogs that's out to get you, trying to rape you left and right. Like, man, like, women do the same shit, bro. Men just get shitted on more. But women do the same shit, man. You know, um, you know what I'm saying? Especially you see all these goddamn teachers sleeping with their students. I ain't even talking about male teachers. We know that goes on, but these women teachers, I'm talking about on my YouTube feed in the past year. You watch one video, you fuck around, just have so much pop up. I'm talking about every time something happen, boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about I see countless videos popping up every other day, every week of a teacher doing something like it's crazy, man. Like sex runs the world, man. Sex. Men do things to attract women. And what's the end goal of that? It deals with sex. Sex is in the end road of that, the end goal. You know, um, get Rolexes, watches, fancy chains, and you fiending for clout and status because that's what women like. Women flock to that. Everything. Sex run the world, man. Sex, money. You get money to obtain things to make you look more appealing to the masses. Um, like sex run the world, man. And a lot of people use it to capitalize and to get over on people, man. You got people getting blackmailed, extorted behind sexual things. Um, you know, Lust ruins marriages and relationships, man. Like, lust is a big problem, man. But I'm just saying, as a man nowadays, it's just not fair, bro. Like, these women are really, really picking it up. The heat on the stove is turning up, man. Somebody's turning the heat up on the stove. And a lot of this stuff is spiritual. I feel like it'd be, I can go really deep on this topic, but I feel like it's just certain entities that collect your sexual energy. That's why, especially with masturbation and stuff, with porn and all that, it's a big pandemic. It's a big issue, man. I feel like it's certain spirits that pick up on your seed. Like it literally collects your seed in the spiritual realm and take that shit somewhere in the underworld. That's why like porn is such a big industry. It's not because it's just on the surface. It ain't just physical. It's something spiritual behind that shit. And quote, I like use the word woke. You quote woke motherfuckers. You know where I'm coming from, man. Like some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And I done seen, like, I done had spiritual attacks. I done seen it. I done seen the stuff. Like, I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But, you literally got sexual demons, man. You got people that they said they've gotten woke up out of their sleep by sexual demons. I've even seen stories of women talking about they done got, raped of, fucked by sexual demons. The incubus and the succubus. So, for those that know what those are, that's real, man. I done had sex dreams, especially when I go on like semen retention, and this is why I see why semen retention is a good practice. The practice of retaining your seed and not falling to your lust and going a period of time without either masturbating or having sex or whatever. It's to kind of really discipline your mind and discipline the sexual side of you, man, to hold back on that. And they feel like it helps you have more power and more focus on doing the things that's productive for you. Because when you fall victim to your lustful temptations and stuff, a lot of times you waste your time doing lustful things instead of being productive. Same way drugs do. You wasting time laying around just getting high. Lust is the same thing. All this kind of go together. Lust, sex, drugs, all this shit, it kind of go hand in hand together for real. But when I went on semen retention a few times, yeah, man, I'm talking about this is a form of a demonic attack. Like, if I look at it like that, it could be just a subconscious thing, but I've had dreams of like women coming at me. I had a dream. I walked into a mansion one time, nothing but women. I'm walking up the steps, and women I'm talking about full of women in this whole mansion, all just trying to get at me, looking at me, smiling with that seductive look. That seductive look that woman give you. Yeah, man. And it's just for me to get in that mood. So when I wake up from that dream, now I'm in the mood to, quote, relapse. Fall off my semen retention streak and, hop on porn or go looking for some ass or something. You know what I'm saying? It'll happen, man. The longer you go on semen retention, it'll pick up like that. I'm talking about semen retention now, but semen retention, you have crazy shit happen. Shit'll start going weird. It'll start going left in your life. Especially if you're a person that's been battling with sexual sin or whatever for a long time. Now you trying to refrain from it. Oh yeah, they gonna come hard, man. Them entities that done attached to yourself through that sexual stuff, they're not gonna let you go easily. They're not. They're like, hey man, we done made a home with you, nigga. Like, what the fuck going on? You just gonna kick me out the door like that? And tell me to close and lock the door behind me? Hell no. I'm trying to stay. I ain't got nowhere else to go, nigga. My lease ain't up yet. Like, they trying to stay. So they gonna make it hard for you, man. I'm talking about, man, your tire might go flat on semen retention. It's just weird shit, man. But that's another topic. But, yeah, man, it just be like, but a lot of people being withheld from sex nowadays. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people being withheld. It's just a big teasing thing. And a lot of guys gonna be able to relate to this part of the video. It's really just a big teasing thing. A lot of women just be teasing motherfuckers, man. Yeah, it be something spiritual behind that. A lot of guys, it's really a big pandemic of a lot of guys not getting no ass no more. Because of course you got the social side of it, like all the standards, expectations and stuff. They say women only 1%, certain percent of dudes or whatever. So a lot of average guys or below average guys, they just kind of being left just as like bystanders. A lot of guys, behind the scenes or in the stands watching the game on the field, they're not really being involved in the, but it's not, it's pretty much like they got no control. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys having a hard time getting sex nowadays. But they still deal with sexual sin. They might go watch porn or whatever. They still got to get their sexual fix and stuff. And they might feel condemned and feel guilty about that. Like, oh, man, it's a sin, boom, boom, boom. So it's just like, man, it's just hard for a guy, man. It's hard for a guy. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And if you go out there and start fucking everybody, boom, now you run into all these other risks, So that's why having sexual discipline is very, very vital for a man. It's very crucial, man. Like, it could really be the difference between life and death for a motherfucker. Seriously, like, it could literally be your fate, man. Sexual sin, man. Like, this shit I could talk about this all day. But I don't know, man. I don't even know what to take from this video, man. I just thought I'd come in here I thought I'd just come in here and be transparent. It helps if somebody listens to somebody who's honest about it. A lot of people they don't got no issues with it or they ain't struggling with it, and God, I don't even watch that semen retention bullshit because I already know this shit. Like, I done practiced this shit on my own. I don't even watch the whole community and stuff. Kind of like with the passport, but all these communities on YouTube, I don't even really engage in all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be in my own lane. And I feel like I'm spiritual. I've learned from my own experiences and just revelation from the spiritual world. Like, I know what goes on. I don't need to watch videos back to back on the benefits of semen retention and all this shit. But yeah, man. It's just like, but I see the benefits of semen retention. I see the benefits. Because it's like, if you ain't got no discipline, then it's like, you just gonna be out here like a chicken with his head cut off. And you got people who'll fuck anything that's moving. And that ain't the way to go, man. Especially nowadays. But yeah, people die behind this kind of stuff, man. People crash out. They crash out, man. You got people that get pussy whipped. They get pussy whipped and they'll kill a motherfucker over some pussy. Like, this go a lot of ways, man. This can go a lot of ways. But yeah, man. But people like that, like, they ain't struggling. Oh, that's what I was gonna bring up with the semen retention thing. Like, these guys, they claim they rock solid, this and that. Pause. They just got no issues, man. But you don't know, man. They might be struggling when they turn the camera off, man. That's why you can't trust everybody, man. I mean, even the preachers, man. You look at them a certain way, you put them on a pedestal because they got a suit on and stuff. But it's like, at the end of the day, he a man. He probably be checking out the woman in church and stuff, man. Like, this goes on. I know y'all be hearing these stories of pastors sleeping with the married woman in the church. I mean, at the end of the day, he a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even judge motherfuckers. That's why I stepped out of that religious box. Like, once I stopped being so closed-minded and being in a box, like, that's what religion will do to you. It'll put you in a little box. Like, I don't even go so hard on judging motherfuckers. I just look at it for what it is. Like, he a man. He call himself a man of God, and he may have a certain calling on this life. But at the end of the day, you a man. If you don't put on deodorant, your ass get musty. You just another man, man. You a man. You know what I'm saying? If a woman throw himself at, if a woman throw herself at him and she look good enough, he might entertain the thought of it, man. You know, he ain't only gonna be laying hands on her forehead for a blessing. He could be laying hands somewhere else. He gonna be laying fingers somewhere else, trying to finger that pussy. Like, I'm just being honest. Might even do it in the pulpit, man. You hear stories all the time, man. You know, but there's a lot of perversion going on, man. But I understand it though, man. It's crazy out here. It's hard. And then too, man, look, this world is so sexualized. All these movies throwing sex in your face. I'm talking about the first, especially Netflix. It's like automatic. You should know. It's like you should know when you watch a Netflix movie, within the first minute, it's probably gonna be a sex scene. Or at least within the first 20 minutes. Social media, we didn't even get started with that. I talked about twerking videos earlier. That's all you see on all platforms. I don't care what it is. Instagram, TikTok, it's nothing but twerk videos. Nothing but a girl, you know, just I know how to jiggle a booty in front of her little phone or camera. In real time, it's just her setting up a phone in her room just twerking. You know what I'm saying? Then she turn around looking at, I mean, but you know, the woman be looking good though. She might be twerking in a sundress. That sundress sliding up her ass cheeks while she twerking, and she looking back, smiling, biting her lip. Come on, man. If you a straight man, nigga, you gonna be rock hard, man. Let's be honest. You know? That's why it's like everything is thrown in your face, man. Everything is thrown in your face. You go out and about, all you see is beautiful women dressed up. Just they definition is showing through their clothes, man. You can go down to the dollar store, man. You see a bad bitch walking through the aisles, man. It just like it just teasing, man. A lot of things are teasing. Just meant to tease dudes, man. Yeah, a lot of guys are perverts, man. But a lot of women push dudes to be perverts. I'm not gonna lie. And then they look confused why guys act perverted. Like, you know, it's just gotta be a double standard, man. So, you know, gotta understand what's going on. But it's crazy, man. Everything's just so over sexualized. Everything is about sex and just, you know, just being sexy and this and that. It's just thrown in your face, man, left and right. So you can't even blame a motherfucker, man. But gotta really fight hard to be strong out here, man. Cause you know, like I said, a lot of men's downfall was behind sexual vanity, sexual sins, and sexual transgressions. A lot of dudes get set up behind sex. You go to meet with a girl whole time, she working with the ops. She was sent to you to lure you in and to get you done by a hitman or something. You know, you might be thinking, you think you're going down to a little rinky-dink motel for some fun. Boom, there's 3 guys waiting on you as soon as you walk in. Now your ass kidnapped or something. Or now you riddled with bullets. Like, this goes on all the time, man. Sex. You know what I'm saying? Sex led to that. But you know, people get set up, man. People, like I said, people get blackmailed. A supervisor, CEO of a company could get set up by his female assistant. Now she got something on him. All right, boom. Now, you know, if you don't give me a raise or if you don't look out for me, boom, boom, boom. All right. I got the videos on my phone. I got the pictures. I got the messages. Boom. That's a form of extortion. That's like blackmailing, man. You know? And a guy he might not want to be exposed. He'll just go along with her play. Now, women be knowing what they be doing, man. I'm not saying all women do this, but you got women that'll do that, man. And the women do things too. They'll manipulate you by using sexual things to try to get stuff out of you. They're just teasing you and they'll get simps to send them cash apps and stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys, man, you just got to be strong, man. You don't want to be so weak-minded the way you just caving in and just trying to be on a girl good side because she teasing you and stuff because you think she going to give you some. That's being weak-minded, man, sexually. You just, you know. But it's just not, it's not no even playing field, man. I don't even blame niggas for dealing with sexual addictions and porn addictions. Like, back then, let's say in the caveman days, They might have seen a couple bad bitches back then, and they didn't know what a bad bitch was. But a biologically wired to want to fuck. So I'm pretty sure they probably would fuck anything back then. So it is what it is. And that was for the purpose of reproduction. Nowadays, people are having sex just for fun, man. People having sex, you got the invention of condoms. So it ain't about uh having sex to produce a baby. You know what I'm saying? We're not in no caveman mentality no more. People are gonna go buy condoms and go out there and fuck and have orgies all day and stuff and not have to worry about nothing. People having sex just to fulfill their sexual desires and to release. But now that back then it was what it was. Nowadays it's bad women everywhere, bad bitches everywhere. I'm talking about on your phone. We ain't even talking about just out and about, nigga. You can click on your phone, you see a bad bitch right there. Like, you expect a motherfucker to walk around like he Moses and Jesus? Like, come on, man. That's what I'm talking about with this religious stuff. Like, come on, man. We got people out here feeling bad. Like, dang, bro. Acting like something wrong with them. Like, they got a mental problem. But it's in your nature to want to, connect with a woman. We ain't even talking about the sex, but we know sex is somewhere in the picture. But it's in your nature to want to connect with women. You find you're attracted to what's beautiful, man. And on top of that, you got sexual hormones in your body. All these chemicals in your body that's just all over the place, man. Shooting through the roof. And you trying to hold back, like, man, you know what I'm saying? And then, too, a lot of you guys, man, they'll missed out on sex because you're being too much of a good guy. You raised on some religious, corny shit. And, probably, started interacting with a woman or whatever. And she might want you to move a certain way. She wants you to be assertive and be kind of straightforward, man. But you playing it nice and being all this little soft church boy or whatever. And trust me, I know, man. I done made mistakes before. And you think you being a nice guy, but you learn later in life, women don't even care for that shit. They don't care for no nice guy. Women are promiscuous, man. They just they give their sexual energy to the right man. But don't let this woman fool you, man. Oh, she come off as classy and conservative and all. Nah, man. The right dude, man, she going Marilyn Monroe style behind closed doors with the right dude, man. Trust me. She going porn star status with the right guys. Some of you guys have played it too safe, trying to be you close in the box, you're trying to be like, perfect and, I don't want to come off as a pervert or boom, boom, boom. Whole time she might have wanted you to reach over and make the move and make initiative. And she might want you to tell her how sexy she is and this and that, But I see why a lot of guys hold back. Like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Sometimes you can't be too straightforward. You might turn a woman off with that. You know what I'm saying? It can go either way, man. So much you could talk about with this bullshit, man. But let's be real, man. It ain't easy, man. And you might go a period of time, being strong and, standing tall and not being weak-minded and falling into your sexual desires, man. But it's going to come a time, man. You're going to be really tempted, bro. You're going to be really, really tempted, But yeah, man, so I just thought I'd talk about it, man. But anyways, I done said enough, man. Hit like, comment, subscribe, man, and I'm out.